Greetings, everyone out there in internet land. My name is Troy Bernier with the Miami International Science Fiction Film Festival. And here we are, this episode, we're going to be chatting about children's films. Children's films, because that is a component of Misi Fee, where we discuss fantastical children's films, especially when children have imaginations, and we've all had them, right? It's really awesome. So today we have a discussion about the children's film called "The Night the Monster Disappeared." Right? Have that all? Has that happened to you? Has that happened to you? Happened to me a few times. The night the monster disappeared, where a teenage boy finds out about a colossal moment that stood in his childhood playground is missing, and he starts reminiscing about the best moments he had around that statue, revealing a painful truth he is forced to accept. So today we have Mr. Benny Shklovsky, who's joining us. Where are you, Benny? There he is. Welcome. Welcome to Misi Fee, Benny. How are you today?
Hi. Oh, great, great. Super excited. What an introduction.
I hope I didn't get it
That's-
wrong.
well,
It's
my
not easy.
name, you got my name right. So yeah,
Oh, there we go. There we
that's
go.
winning
There we
half the
go.
battle
Hey,
already.
man,
Yeah.
like I said, coming out of New York, I know it. I know it. I've been well briefed.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So thanks so much for joining us. I'm sure your side of the planet it's probably getting a little late. So we hope all is going well with you. And tell us a little bit more about yourself and why you came up with this title and made the film.
Well, um, there is actually that colossal monument. It
Yeah,
exists,
yeah,
and people who will watch the film, there's a really short film of
yes,
three and a little bit minutes.
yes.
um, you can actually see at the end of the credits, I put pictures of this monument. It's actually just a huge slide, and it was yeah, it's a three-ton monster, and that's all
Yeah,
I'll say. So there won't be
yeah,
any spoilers because
yeah.
the best thing about a monster is when you don't see it. That's the scariest part, right?
Right.
But actually, the kid in my short, he finds comfort with this monster, this
Hmm.
statue, um, because it provides him with shelter,
Right.
something that I think every kid needs. I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. I think adults need it too,
Yeah,
occasionally, but I
yeah.
think every kid, especially immigrant kids
Hmm.
like I am,
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
was they need that place, like this recursive place where they can find peace with themselves, just just hide from the world for a little bit. And sometimes when those places are compromised, the place
Yeah.
is physical, but
There's
it's
an
the emotional
imaginary.
weight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an imaginary component with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even when you grow up already to your teens, right? And like this is just a piece of, yeah, just it's just metal and cement, but still,
It has
it
a
just it has this soothing effect on you, right? Like
Yeah, it has that
it's
special place.
familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nostalgia, nostalgia.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And
yeah,
well, by the way, the city council, they wanted to demolish this monument, and there were many petitions. I think of many kids like me, that
yeah,
really generations of kids who grew up at the feet of that statue, and
yeah,
really see it as part of their upbringing, part of their childhood. So eventually they kept it, and it still stands
yeah,
there, hopefully for a long time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, so I'm from Israel, right? And I immigrated from Russia, two very hot topic places these
Mm.
days.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but wherever you come from, every time you come to a new place, there will always be challenges. Plus, also, I'm a
yeah.
single kid, and I grew up in a single parent household, so
Hmm.
you don't, like, you really look for those things to cling to, right? And those people, those places that will give you this anchor, I guess.
Yeah.
And the kid in my film, he loses that anchor.
Hmm.
um, like it's like really loosely based on my experiences as a kid. I took it like this slightly different narrative there, but um, I hope everyone who can see this piece
Yeah.
will find, find that little piece of this little monster uh,
Yeah.
within
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow. Wow. So how? Let me ask you this question: how has the film been received with other festivals, and if you've attended any other festivals?
well, yeah, it attended several, and actually, I think it was last month. No, it was already back in November.
Yeah.
It won best AI film at the as a free film. It's the smartphone film festival. They actually celebrated
I've heard of the Smartphone Film Festival.
in Australia,
I've
right?
heard of them.
They're great. They were so super
Yeah.
great, super welcoming. I
Yeah.
mean, I couldn't attend, but it was
Oh,
the communication was great, and
sure.
big shout out
Sure.
to Angela Blake who arranged all of that. And
Yeah.
yeah, they really they took me in with it was a warm hug, and yeah, it felt good. Like it's not for the award or anything. It's
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
the feeling that people in different locations all over the world
Yeah.
they they feel this tiny bit, this
Yeah.
this short, really short story touch them. It's yeah, I guess that's the real reward. Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed
How
it.
how did you? Let me ask you a couple more questions. How did you come aboard? Developing the ideas and the concepts of using the tools to make this. Are you a film graduate, or what was the passion behind learning the tools to do this, to create this?
Hmm. Yeah, so it really came about quite spontaneously.
Hmm.
My friend dragged me to an AI workshop in Jerusalem.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we worked a lot together on several projects, and he just said, you know what, AI, it's really a thing. Let's just not be left behind. There is a
Right.
great workshop that opens in the Jerusalem Film Fund, and it was subsidized, and let's just hit it,
Sure.
and we didn't know what we were about to do in this workshop, but we came really open-minded, and the task in the workshop was to conceive a film in about
Sure.
like in a matter of 2 months
Sure.
that needed to involve some
Hmm.
location in Jerusalem, and
Hmm.
just instantly this idea hit. I was like, oh wow, the monster. That's like it's really how the place is called, the monster. It's
Yeah.
the Monster Park, and I was like,
I,
wow, I love this place. I write
yeah.
about it in all of my films, because all of my films pretty much are
Yeah.
centered around Jerusalem, and I always include this location. Like, man, I should really
Wow.
dedicate something to this specific location.
Wow. Wow.
So
Okay. Okay.
so yeah, I just conceived it in like a week or two, and then I studied the AI tools. Like the script was well, obviously in the end you rework the script by yourself,
Sure. Sure.
but I used ChatGPT. It was the first time that I used ChatGPT to as an assistant to for writing and for ping
Mhm.
ponging ideas to keep it short and punctual. And then I started researching basically Midjourney, because
Mhm.
all of the images were generated in Midjourney and
Mhm.
then animated.
Really?
Yeah, everything there. Like I'm not an animator at all.
You're
uh,
you have definitely caught my eye and the screener's eyes. Um, I would not have guessed that this was AI.
Really? Nah, come on. There are like some really inconsistent moments there, but those imperfections, it's okay. I can live with them, and I think probably people who really dig the story, they'll
Yeah,
also look past it, right? I like.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I have a young daughter, and I remember the years of going to the park, and this one particular park that was heavily frequented. It was the smallest park in the city, but had the most kids in it, and it was because it had this large three-level, crazy-looking structure that the kids would love to play in. you know, and it's the tiniest park, and at one time I remember there was up to 40 kids in this little tiny park. It was freaking hilarious,
Uh,
and I could imagine parents saying, why do we have to go to this thing with this ugly monstrosity in the middle of the neighborhood? you know, but the
did
kids
you
loved it.
go? But did you go?
Oh yeah,
Did
the
you go
kids loved it.
on?
My daughter loved it. It was her favorite park. It was her
Yeah,
favorite.
but yeah, she loved it. But did you go and climb there? Did you
Inside
find
the
that
thing,
piece of?
no,
Yeah,
no. So
no.
I was probably too big really to fit in it.
Oh.
Because there were parents that would try to climb inside this thing, and I can imagine they probably wish they would not.
Then they had to call firefighters to rescue them. It's embarrassing. But
Yeah,
that's a memory. That's something to
yeah.
share with your
Oh,
kid
without a
later.
doubt, without a doubt. It just got to the only reason why we stopped going there is because it really was babies, toddlers and pre-K kids. Once she got into first grade, she wanted to go to a different park that had older kids in it, more kids closer to her age, and that was a much bigger park with
Hmm.
all kinds of things to even more get entangled in, So you just find shade and sit back and watch from the distance and let them have their fun, So
Yeah.
it was really good memories, to be honest. So, but yeah,
That's
can we
great.
watch the trailer? Can we do that?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Sure.
Okay, let's bring the trailer up here. Here we go. Um, and the thing is that you don't show the monster.
No,
That's
no,
the
no,
one thing you don't show the
no, no.
monster.
That's
Right.
like Jaws. You don't show the
Yeah.
shark, not
Yeah.
until the.
But correct me if I'm wrong. The monster is not AI.
It's well,
It's a
everything is
real
everything is
object. It's a
AI.
real object in the park.
Well, that's actually like in the images in the movie. That was
Yeah.
the hardest part to generate the monster because it's so specific how it looks, and I really wanted it to resemble as closely as possible the monster in real life.
Hmm.
And that took like I think like 200 iterations. That took so long, and I already gave up. And I was about to settle for some image that I was like, oh man, like it's okay, just let go with it,
You're
just
you're
be
you're
spontaneous,
making
just
me
let go.
you're making me think real hard about this. Okay. I don't know if it's possible if I can do this, but this season, it's too bad you're not coming. You're not coming, right? You're not coming to the physical one.
Fortunately, no. I mean,
We
I'll be in
have
San Diego next month, but
oh
I'm sorry, I'm gonna
we
miss
no, it's
Miami.
okay, but we have a virtual festival, but we have the infrastructure to do a lot of virtual stuff at the festival. So, for example, Todd Chernowski, he's a big time VFX guy, art house, art animator, art designer for Boba Fett, a lot of the Star Trek movies,
Oh wow.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka, and he's now finishing up Lilo and Stitch, right? And he's going to be dialing in to talk to talk to everybody, coming through Zoom, and he's going to be showing some fun stuff, right?
Okay.
So it's going to be a really good opportunity to see what's coming and what was done through his lens. But I don't know if it's possible. If it is possible, I may try to rebroadcast it on a private channel for the filmmakers that want to participate virtually to listen in and
That would be
watch.
great. Yeah, I'd love to join that. Yeah.
And so they could also ask questions. So but there's only a small amount of time that we have reserved for this. So logistically, there's a problem with that. And logistically, how do we make it work? Because we're bringing in a large feed from abroad where he's going to be doing his presentation through like
Hmm.
a Zoom channel, through the projection system on the big screen, addressing everybody.
Yeah,
And
live
people have the
demo.
yeah, and people have the ability to speak back to him. And he can listen,
Hmm.
right? But how do we multiplex that out so that you could also listen? and maybe send a chat for a question. I don't know yet. I've never done that. So,
Okay.
and I don't know if we have the bandwidth for it. So we'll have to see. But that's something that
Oh
would be
wow,
pretty
I wish
cool.
you would, because that sounds great. Because really,
Yeah,
that like everything with VFX now, I think AI really disrupted it, and
yeah.
it's
Well,
going to go through a large pivot,
so not to
in a good
know,
way.
yeah, but not to give away, his spiel. Okay,
Hmm.
but he is specifically not a believer that AI is here,
Hmm.
and he proves this. And the fact that you have to do these 200 iterations, the fact that um, AI can't do it all itself, you still got to tell it what to do.
You still got to tell it, and
Still
plus,
got to tell
also there are some images that went through manipulation in Photoshop.
it. Right.
But basically, I didn't draw anything by myself. Everything was generated in Midjourney, and like there's a shot there of a photograph, right? Like when the kid it was with his parents, and then it clicks, and there's a photograph. So obviously that is Photoshop. Like I took the
Sure.
image from Midjourney,
Sure.
photoshopped it to another image in
Sure.
Midjourney, and then
Sure.
just pass it through in Runway. And I used
Sure.
Runway and Luma Labs to animate. And
Yeah. So it's he likes to use the term which I also use now, augmented intelligence.
yeah, yeah,
It's
I
really
can relate to
augmented
that.
intelligence.
Yeah.
It's not really. I think we have a comment. Hold on a second.
Oh,
Somebody's sending a
sure.
comment, but somebody's commenting on Facebook. But my point is that you know it's still a ways to go for this to happen, and the human brain is way more. To me, is way more. It's a great tool. It's a great a tool to augment what we have. It helps us do things incredibly fast. It helps us to it helps us wander. It gives us more free time to do those things. And I think that's really, really important. It's an excellent tool for that. I use AI every day with my day-to-day work. So
Yeah.
I see the value of it. But as far as replacing people are concerned,
No, I mean, obviously, people need to operate it, right? It's just another tool, and look, it opens so many possibilities. Like I love drawing, and I love photography, absolutely. But this is just another dimension. I never imagined
yes,
myself doing an animation
yes,
film. I know a lot of animators wouldn't call it animation because it's hard to digest,
yes,
and a lot of people now will be scared for their jobs, and really, like, there's the whole hype, AI will replace people's jobs and
yeah.
everything.
Well, yeah, because a lot of the people who run those companies want to use it as a tool to replace other people. But
Yeah.
the fact that that just may not be feasible, may not be possible in
Yeah,
legal.
we're definitely not there yet. And I don't know if I want us to be there also,
No, not at all.
because I do cherish a good animation film that was done by people, where people really crafted every frame and really, like, went through the process of making this, like, those gems and those wonderful
Right,
pieces, where
right.
every emotion is conveyed, with technical tools. And I don't think it can give you that yet, but
No,
it's still a great way to tell a story.
right.
Yeah.
We also have. Let me see if I can bring it up here. In the program this year, which let me share it. I can share this with us. Let's see, share screen window. In the program, so this year in our program, we have actually that's too small. You can't see that, can you?
No, I really have to, like, dig in close.
But we do have an AI talk. We have an AI talk called "Awakening the Algorithm."
Hmm.
And that is going to focus. It's going to focus specifically on AI in industry, and what does this really mean? What does this really mean for the industry? Who does it really help? Who does it not really help? This kind of stuff. Here, I got a better picture of it right here. Right here. Here we go.
Hmm.
So it's going to be on the Sunday set during Sunday, around 6 o'clock, 10 minutes to six. That one is called Awakening of the Algorithm, and that's going to be a panel discussion. And I'm almost certain during that panel discussion, it'll definitely be recorded, so it will be part of the virtual for people to watch. But at the same time, during the virtual festival, we're going to hold the same talk with people that are attending virtually. So you
Hmm.
will eventually get an invitation if you want to be part of that panel.
Oh yeah. If I'm awake during that time, I think I will be.
Oh well,
Yeah.
it's not during that time. It's going to be during virtual during it's GMT. So during the virtual festival, we go to a GMT schedule.
Okay, so it's 5:50 GMT. All right.
No. The time is irrelevant here. But
All right.
during the schedule is more oriented for GMT, which kind of like
Hmm.
is what you said. But so we're going to be doing early morning and late night stuff.
Okay,
So
yeah, I'll
for
keep
the people
close
in between.
watch. I'll be following because yeah, I took a look at the program on
Yeah.
the website. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff there.
Thank you.
Really. Yeah, I
Thank
wish I could
thank
be
you.
there.
Thank
I
you.
wish I could
Thank
come
you.
visit you.
So
Yeah, but
what's next? What's next
what's
for you
next?
as we wrap
Well,
up here?
this film gave me some ideas to work on some actually sci-fi films that I had in mind. Um, Maybe I'll use it just for sketches, sketching
Mhm.
scenes, because it's really a great way to do animatics, just to
Yeah.
just to expand on vision boards and mood boards.
Mhm.
And basically, I'm writing several things. One of them is a just coming of age film, also in that part around the monster, and also with like adolescent kids.
Sure.
Um, just letting the inner kid live.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's
great.
pretty much it for now.
That's great.
And who knows? Maybe yeah, I keep it open with AI. I think I might get back to it this year quite
Okay.
soon. Maybe another
Okay.
short film also that's not related to the other projects.
Sure.
Also, just to test it because
Sure.
there are new tools every week. Something new comes out, and
That's right.
just really eager to test it. Just never enough time. Never.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds good, and I look forward in us following up again and seeing each other during the virtual festival. That would be equally exciting. And the next time you come, if next time you come across the pond, you can come hang out with me and inside the space station.
No doubt, Troy. Thanks.
Okay,
All
Benny,
right.
you enjoy
Yeah,
yourself.
thank you.
Thank you
It's
so
been great.
much. Thanks for being part of the team. All right.
All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye for now.
These are extraordinary times, and we face an extraordinary challenge. The dramatic achievements in space which occurred in recent weeks should have made clear to us all the impact of this adventure on the minds of men everywhere who are attempting to make a determination of which road they should take. I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.